Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, welcome to T2M Podcast. Today, we've got one of my favorite people to talk to. He's just an all around great person, an amazing uh, uh, artist, Tejano artist, singing, producing, musician, everything. And I'm really excited. He's got some new music out, and so hopefully we can shine a light on some of his new music and some of the other stuff, so that way we can get him on the road. Sounds cool. So let's just go ahead and let me run that intro and bring in the one and only Miguel Hernandez. Welcome, brother.
Welcome. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much, man. That was a great video, man. Thank you so much for that. That was very,
Thank
very cool, man.
I don't know what happened to the music. It just stopped in the middle of it. I was like, oh,
I
that's
was
not
like, man, do something again, like last time.
no.
No,
It's
man.
good. How you been, bro? How you been?
Oh, man. I just want to say thank you so much for having me on. It's been, I think it's been about a year already since we spoke last. So, uh, I mean, on the show, but yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Everything's been good. Life's a blessing, man. What can I say? So, it's been fun. It's been a good
Yeah.
journey so far.
And that's awesome because uh I keep telling people, I mean, you play everything, dude. You do produce, and that's one of the things that people I don't think have really gotten a hold of or really understood. I mean, you're so good at everything that you do. It's kind of hard to put it all in like a little blurb. So I just wanted people to know that, a lot of your music, you have a great hand in it, and it's so good. And I remember I was there when you won your award, and
Yeah.
uh, that interview with you, and I couldn't have I couldn't have I couldn't have seen a better person when it met, because you deserved it for sure. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, and you know that. So,
Yeah, I do,
that,
man.
and hello, Michelle Ann, welcome to the show.
Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the tunes this morning. I appreciate that with you and Hilda.
Yeah, yeah, they're starting off that podcast. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I hope the best for them. I've just said, hey, well, you know me. It's like, if I can help you, I can help you out.
Yeah.
So I do know that this song Nada Más Que Tú, it's a killer, bro. I've loved everything that you've done, but this one's right up there as well. It's great musicianship. I think that's one of the things that uh, people don't understand. The musicianship that goes into a lot of your music. I mean, there's a lot of complexity in there, and it's really just a great all around song from beginning to end. And I love the way you're transitioning between different tempos and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. So, what was the inspiration for the song, bro?
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's kind of hit or miss, right? Like, uh, I think it takes a trained ear, like someone like yourself, man, that can appreciate a lot of that. Sometimes I think the things that I do are too complex for the normal ear, I guess. And I think maybe that's why a lot of the stuff kind of just gets passed over, because they're used to this one certain sound, and I'm trying to evolve the music and just make it a little bit more productive, as a production sense. So sometimes it's a curse.
It's also very progressive because you're taking different elements and you're incorporating them. I know, when we were talking about your Acordate song, the saxophone was just, there was a lot of stuff that I was just like, the little intricacies that you put in there that really make it a full song, and it's one of those songs that you want to listen to and then go back and listen to what you missed and then go back and keep, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
that just a lot of elements that are there that really make it, for me, it makes it whole. And it's, I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort that you put into it because of the fact that it's not, it's not what do you call
It's
uh,
not cookie cutter.
yeah, it's not tequila. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's a little bit more complex than
Right.
that, but
And
I truly love it. Yeah.
that's the thing, right? It is I like I've said it before, man. It goes way back to when I started, the my going on my own and being on a solo artist, and a lot of times it's like, man, that's great, it's good stuff, but man, it's a lot, and I'm like, I can water it down as much as anybody would want to, but then I'm not being true to myself,
Correct.
and then it's just it's funny, like I do songs for other artists, right? Because I
Mhm.
for other artists, and sometimes my one of the greatest critics that I have is my wife. So there's times where I show her something and she's like, "Who's that?" And I said, "Oh, I did that for so and so." And she's like, "See, babe, why can't you do something like that for you?" Like, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess you're right." But then again, then I get to I get to these other artists, and I try to stay true to their sound, right? And then
Yeah.
when it's back down to me, then um then when it comes back down to me, it's like I got to stay true to what I've always done, and that's more on the progressive side, and just be more musical about it. Just it's not just about the three chords and a quick melody, and then two lines and a verse and then one line chorus, and then
Yeah.
some. That's not what I do, and for those that it works for, it's great. But I'll stay true to what I'm doing. So
Well,
thank you so much for noticing the little Easter eggs in there, because I know when I was a kid and I was listening to a lot of the music that I enjoyed, I would do the same thing. I'd find like all these Easter eggs, and it's like, and then when you put the headphones on, it's like, oh my god, I didn't hear this on the right, or I didn't hear this on the left, and so it's almost like a little game that I play. So it's a very appreciative for those that do um, understand what I'm trying to do.
it's definitely something that I enjoy, and you would have thrown me for a loop if you didn't go with that. By the way, if you didn't stick to who you are, but that's not to diminish anything else that other people have done. It's just
Correct.
that that's your style. But that's what makes the music so rich. You have such a range of, I mentioned, tequila, but tequila was a hit, and there were more complex music that was out there at the time.
Right.
There, it's just that, you have to understand that there's different. I don't know. It's the musicianship in it that's really really awesome, and it's like okay, like doing karaoke doing tequila or New York from Alicia Keys. If anybody and everybody will get up and do tequila, but you say, okay, let's do New York, and they're like, ooh, I don't know if I can sing that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
The technical aspect of it is more, it's more difficult, but that's what makes it so wonderful. Everybody wants to do, everybody picks up guitar, they first thing they want to play is Stairway to Heaven, and after that they want to do Hot for Teacher, and you're like,
Right.
Michelle says he has great music and melodies. Of course, yeah, that very, very true. Puro pedo guys are in the house. Hey guys, hope to see y'all at the TMAs. I didn't get it nominated, bro. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there because uh, I represent Joanna Ray, and she is nominated for New Female Artist of the Year, and
All
I'm
right.
really proud of her. Really proud of her for that, and hopefully, I mean, I'm just glad that she got nominated. So if she
Sure.
wins, that's cream on the cake. But it doesn't have to be. I'm just happy for it. Michelle Ann says, "Very talented guy. Yeah, you are, and I've told you that before. That every time I see you, I want to rub elbows with you, and try to get some of that talent off of you, man. And because you play the guitar, the bass, you play a lot of different instruments,
I try.
You
Well,
know, you know what? I have something for you. Hold on. Ford Musical, Ford Muscle, Luis 97 says, "Greetings, Miguel."
hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
So I have something. I'm always looking. I'm always going back here and there and everything else, trying to find
Uh-oh.
uh,
Here,
stuff. So
here.
I got something for you. Tell me, brother. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Oh my God. Like Darth Vader or something like that, right? Man,
That was a while back, brother.
yeah, man, that's crazy. 17 years.
You can't hide it from me, bro.
That's crazy.
So you've been doing this for a long time.
I have, man. If you can believe it, I started in what,
I'm sorry.
I started in that band when I was 13, and
Yeah.
I recorded my first single with them at 13. I just like I think I was I turned 13 in November, and I think we recorded the song like I think 2 days after my birthday or whatever.
Wow.
And so it was pretty cool. So it's so cool that now my son Miguelito's following in my footsteps. He's
Yeah.
already recorded at 11, 12, 13 years old already, and so anyways, it's awesome. Yeah, that brought back a lot of memories right there.
Yeah, and that's pretty awesome about your son there. By the way, with his sponsor, he got a sponsor, an official
I,
sponsor, sponsoring him. You also got an official sponsor not too long ago with your guitar, right?
I did, man. I'm sponsored with by H. Jimenez Instruments, and they've been really good to me, for the last year or so. And these were some of the products that just came in recently. And it's just, to me, it's a great product, man. You know, uh, I'm really happy with them. It's an official sponsorship or endorsement, I should say, and so it's great, man. It's a great thing, and so far the reps have been great. Jesse's been great with me, and like I said, the product is great. So I'm really excited about being a part of their family. So
Yeah, and it's awesome, and it's also a testament to how you've progressed in the industry. I mean, a lot of people know who you are, but they don't realize that they know you because they you're always the guy that's playing the instrument, and when you do your music, it's like, wait, is that the guy? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And see, like, a good friend of mine, David Gausals, he's like, man, he sounds like a young Ram, and I didn't really put it until he said that, and I was like, yeah, he sounds like a very young Ram, you know.
wow,
And so, but it's just your tone. You have a great tone. It's very smooth, and it's not, it's a good tone to have, or to enjoy, because everybody has their, for some reason I see a lot of male singers always trying to bring their tone down, trying to lower their tone, trying to put more bass into their tone, and it kind of muddles up the because it gets lost in the music.
I
But
agree. I agree
y-
with.
yours is very clean, and that's what I really appreciate it, because you use it as an instrument as opposed to trying to manipulate it into something that it's not. And that's a once again, that's a testament of musicianship and knowing what sound should be. You know what I'm saying? And it was very well mastered. Where did you get it done? The Nada Mas que tú.
So that is, of course, by my good friend Mr. Aaron Holler. He did that particular track, and me and Aaron have been working together for years, and also been working a lot with Anthony Pettis, and he's been doing some fantastic stuff for me as well. But yeah, so that song, I guess to get back to your original question, that song is always been, something that I've always been wanting to do. And and it was just one of those things, and it's kind of a scary thing too, because ballads, a lot of ballads don't really go too well, amongst the Tejano crowd. So it was something that it was really, it was nerve wracking to put out there. But I'm like, as you know yourself, and hello, son. Um,
Is your son there? He's like, hello. Hey,
and
Pops.
so we made the announcement last year, if you can believe it's already a year too, that I was just going to focus more on producing. And my son had gotten the job offer with Sonny. And so I took the role as a guitar player for Sonny Sauceda y todo eso. So of course, with that being said, just took my project, my band, and put it on the back burner, so that way, he could be a part of, of Sonny's thing. And I we definitely appreciate the opportunity for Sonny, giving Miguel the opportunity to, to play drums in the band. And and so, of course, it's not like, I think I told you before, it's not that I don't trust Sonny and the family over there. It's just, I didn't want to have him do it alone, you know.
And
And
I think it's actually quite admirable because of the fact that it's easy to I just being around the business for as long as I have, it's easy to kind of get lost in some of the stuff that goes in it, you
right,
know, and you kind of your priorities change when when especially when music overtakes a lot of your who you are, and we have to be grounded sometimes, and sometimes you need that grounding that goes in there, and it's really hard to do when you're younger. And I know that's not to disparage young people, that please don't take that the wrong way, but when I was 21, I was still in the military and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So
right,
and I was responsible for people's lives. So just a regular person who doesn't have that training, doesn't have that focus, and doesn't have leadership,
right,
I can't imagine what, there's all kinds of things that can throw you off. You quit school, and then, it's all kinds of stuff that can, and obviously you want what's best for your son. And it's not to say
right.
that you want to be controlling or anything else, but I say it's admirable because you put yourself aside to help your son and make sure that everything goes well. Because Sonny tours a lot. He's done a lot, especially now that he's doing this
Yeah,
country music thing, and which is just, if you haven't heard Sonny's country music, you need to check it out. It's really, really awesome.
it's really good. It's really good stuff. And with that being said, congratulations to Sonny on the win for the Tejano Country Award. So he's doing some great things. He's taken a leap into something different, and it's been working for him. And we've been busy. So, and again, with all that, going on, and putting together a new show for Sunny that we're hoping that that's going to be for 2025. It's going to be a little bit of Tejano, a little bit more country. With all that, I'm still releasing music. And like, when I made that announcement, it was putting the band on the back burner, so we could dedicate our time with Sunny. But at the same time, there's no uh time clock that we have to punch.
Right.
It's like, I'll release music when I can, and when I can release it. um right now I'm working on, with some other artists. I have a new single coming out for Melo Hernandez.
Mm.
We got something coming the day before Thanksgiving, so there'll be a new single coming out for Melo Hernandez. It's kind of my first dive into more on the norteño side, so that's going to be, it's a little bit different. Working on some new stuff for Roel Martinez, and some a new artist from Toledo, Ohio. And so there's a lot of stuff coming, and I'm keeping that going. And whenever I can, if, I release a song here or there. I know a lot of people are still asking me, hey, whatever happened to that Omenajes album we're gonna do? And
Yeah.
it's still in the works, but like I said, it's just not something that I'm just like, oh, I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. It's like, You know,
That's
it'll
one of
come.
the things. Yeah, that's one of the things that I tell the artists whenever they send something to me, and I was like, don't ever say that, man. I wish I would have done this. Better to wait and do it and get it to where you're happy and then release it, as opposed to I need to get it out by this month or this week or this that. There's not, when you're rushing it, and if you find that imperfection, you're never going to be happy with it because it's in the imperfection.
Right.
So the best thing to do is make sure that you're happy with it, and
And,
that's
so, and then right now, it's just it's a different. There's a little different thing going on in the Tejano industry right now, and so when I was doing the homenajes, it was fun, and it was kind of like that during that whole COVID thing, right? So that's kind of all kind of stemmed from. Um, Emmanuel J, did one. I think Motivo did another, and it was just kind of that thing going on. And then the whole idea, the concept of an homenajes album, um, you know, a collection of the stuff that I have done. Um, but now it's like, I think we've touched on it before on your last show, that it's like, um, how many times can you record Puño de Tierra?
yeah,
How many times can you record, Tragos Amargos?
yeah.
And that really wasn't the case, for these homenajes, because it was like 4 or 5 songs put together as one. And now it's kind of like they're doing it again. Now they're recycling these songs, and the raza's acting like it's the next best thing since sliced bread. And
You're like, it's a little old song.
it's like, so now it's kind of like, I kind of like put the brakes on that whole project, because now it's like I don't want to fall in that category of, oh, you're just, you know everything that you're complaining about you're doing. So I'm just gonna, that's why I said it's not, there's no urgency to put anything out. There's no, I guess I kind of want to see where the chips fall. And like I said, it was kind of going on a crazy limb, releasing a ballad, so,
But it's a good ballad.
but
It's
yeah, and,
Jonathan Espinosa, by the way, he says, not much Miguel can't do when it comes to all things music. Pure excellence.
he's gonna get, that's all.
He wants you to do some stuff for free. By the way, if you haven't heard Jonathan Espinosa's song, it's a great song. We have it here on Cuba Radio. It's on the hit list. I guarantee you're going to love it. It's a beautiful song, so check it out. Alfredo Rios, the Loon Meskin says, hey, Lawrence. Hey, Miguel. How are you guys doing?
Alfredo, how you doing, sir?
One of the best names in Tejano music, Patricia Archuleta Fincher Mancini. She says, hi, Lawrence. Hi, Miguelito. Blessings upon you and your families.
Thank you so much.
Jonathan's also jumping in and saying, can't wait for Miguel to do his homenaje a Grupo Firme album. Borrado Lopez, how are you doing, B? Thank you very much. He says, hello, hello, hello. Chris Zavala, hey, love y'all, brothers. How are you doing, Chris? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Chris, thank you.
Hilda says, all of Miguel Hernandez's music is awesome. His newest single is totally awesome. We played it today. Wow.
Yes,
Good.
man.
Yeah, hey, that's great because it's a great song. Like I said, I love everything he does. Chris says Tejano Vive, y'all. Um,
And especially, speaking of that, I do want to give a shout out to Myra D, for being on the team for that, and pushing that song, and doing what she does best. So I just want to give her a shout out and say thank you so much for everything you do, and she's been helping out, doing some great things with different artists. So thank you, Myra, for believing in me, and working with me, and all that good stuff, all that jazz.
yeah. Well, she also won Promoter of the Year
Yeah, that's right.
Guadalupe Awards. And I love Myra. I love you, babe. So you know what I mean. David Vela, hey Indio. David Vela from Oakland is watching. I forgot. I didn't miss you, brother. I know. So uh
Oakland in the house.
Oakland in the house, man. Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Well, it's just that my Cowboys. They're going to win the Super Bowl. Not this year, but it just no. I was a fan since they. I mean, I was a fan when they were 1-15, and I'm a fan now. So
Right
no,
on.
it's. I'm a true fan, but you know, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and play the song so that way people can hear the song, and so that way they can get a better grip of what it is that we're talking about. For those of you that haven't heard the song Nada Más Que Tú, it's his latest release. It's David says Indio Raider Nation. Loco, you had to do that. Yeah, I'll tell you something, David. Is last year, or not last year, the year before last, um the Cowboys were going to play the San Francisco 49ers, and it was for like a playoff game. And I bet there was a unit that listens to the radio station that's out of Japan. It's a Marine unit that's out there, and they were giving me a lot of flack being the Dallas Cowboys fan. They were San Francisco 49ers fans, and so I said, if San Francisco wins, then I will wear the San Francisco T-shirt, and San Francisco won. So I'm never making that damn bet again. So that's why I'll just stick with cheering for the Cowboys. I'm not going to make any more bets. But anyway, take a listen to the music. The guitar is amazing. I know that's you on the guitar, and dare I say that that's Aaron Holler on the drum, because you can hear the way he thumps on that on the.
Actually, I have Miguelito.
Is it Miguelito? Well, he's got a strong kick, man. It's a really clean, a thump. How some guys they lay on it a little bit, and it kind of sounds like almost like a double tap, and it's not. But it's a great song, and so go ahead and take a listen to this. Is Nada Más Que Tú from the one and only Miguel Hernandez. That's Miguel right there. I'm Indio here on Cubo Radio.
Puedo amanecer contigo en la mañana. Puedo hacer por ti lo que me pidas, todo por amor. Puedo rescatar la estrella que buscabas. Lo puedo todo siempre y cuando tú, solo si eres tú. Puedo descifrar tu mundo en cada letra. Puedo responder lo que en tu vida nadie respondió. Puedo enmudecer si me hablas al oído. Lo puedo todo siempre y cuando sea contigo. Porque nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie me convence como tú me has convencido. Nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie ha superado lo que has hecho tú conmigo. Fuera de este mundo nadie es como tú. Puedo ser de tus anhelos mi motivo. Puedo convertir tu soledad en trozos de algodón. Puedo ser una metáfora en tu libro. Que todo lo prohibido sea conmigo. Porque nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie me convence como tú me has convencido. Nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie ha superado lo que has hecho tú conmigo. Fuera de este mundo
again, my brother. Once again, B says it better. Damn it, boy.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's just it's everything you put out has always been quality music, man, and I really do appreciate your effort that you put into making music that's diverse and uh, complex, but not overly intense. It's everything's where it's supposed to be. It's all clean and clear and well put together, and I appreciate the musicianship that goes along with it, and that key change right there. When you're going into the pre-chorus, it's just it's wonderful, and I really appreciate all the hard work that you do, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful song.
I appreciate that very, very much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Alfredo says, awesome. It sounds so clean. I can hear every instrument. Yeah, that's exactly it. It
Yeah.
was, it's great. B says, wow, good song. I know there were others that were chiming in here. Um, Let me see if I can find it. There's so many comments. I'm losing my comments where everybody's at. But
Well, and like I said, man, I mean, I have to give credit where credit is due, man. Like, a lot of that clarity and that mix, that's all Aaron Holler. And, he gives me great quality stuff, like I said, as well as Anthony Pettis. They're both great at their craft. They're great musicians, and they know what I look for, and that's the beauty of it, is working with a team of people that know what I can only say so much, and they're like, oh, I know what you're talking about, I got you.
yeah,
And then
they got your style down. They got your
they know already, and so again, shout out to Miguelito for doing the drums on that song, to Memo Rincon. I could have did the bass on this song, but I always want to bring in a different element. So I went back with Memo Rincon on bass for that. Of course, I did all the keyboards and guitars on that. So again, thanks to the team, and I love these guys. What can I say? We've been
yeah,
working a long
they're
time.
great. Yeah, they're great musicians. For Memo, the way he plays the bass, there's certain parts where you can very clearly hear him pronounce the note, and then when it's going into the to where the keyboard is at, it's very smooth, just tapped out, and it's just there's little things like that that you're like, man, he knows when to come out and when to kind of fill in and then come out, because that's the way music should be. It's like a feature for different people. But to your credit, it's also the structure of the song. The song, the way it's put together, makes it a lot easier for somebody to master when it's not just a whole bunch of stuff just jammed in together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and Miguelito, he did do a great job, and he's tall. I remember meeting him when he was just a kid, man. Now he's like, what the hell? So
Yeah. Yeah. He's my height,
yeah, so
and I think he's probably going to surpass, my 5'11", and I think he's probably going to be about 6'1". So yeah, he's a big kid, man. And now he's playing basketball, so
mm,
he's he's doing well, man.
yeah, be careful how you jump, bro. Don't hurt the ankles because you got to hit the kick.
That I'm like, oh god, yeah.
Michelle says, "Can Hilda and I come and sing with you, Miguel?"
Absolutely, of course.
Alejandra Garcia says, "Miguel, you and Aaron Holler did an awesome job on that song." Let's see here, where is it? Oh, fell in, and then came out. Because that's the way music should be. It's awesome drum work by Aaron. The guitar, especially the search foam, awesome. Hope you do another. Sorry, bro, I'm losing you here. Hope you do another thing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he's a saxophone. I think it was probably talk to text, but yeah, man, thank you so much. Entregate was fun, man. That was the award that I the song that I won the award for. That was a very progressive song,
yeah.
and uh, and that's what we wanted to do, man. We wanted to do something different, and not everybody, thinks that way. And I mean, it was a 9-minute song, and It was showcasing all the musicianship. That whole album, there was two versions of the album. I know, as a matter of fact, when I spoke with Michelle, she's like, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "I love playing one of those songs." She goes, "But man, because it's like a 7-minute song." And I was like, "Well, there's two album versions of those songs, so you can get the radio version. That's only three minutes." But um, and it was just that. It was just showcasing the musicianship, different musicians, and doing something that hasn't really been done. The American industry's done it all the time, but look at Prince. I mean, the guy made 20-minute songs and then did a radio version for only 3-4 minutes, and
He's done
you
it a lot. Actually, almost all of his albums were like that. Yeah.
know, and can't we do that? And I know, and like we talked about it before. There was a lot of musicians that were just like, but why? Well, why not? Like, why do we have to stay in this little box, stay in this lane? It's like, no.
Mm.
And for those that like it, it's there, and those that don't, you know, it,
Yeah, and it's like those are the songs that you want to, when you're cooking, and you just put them on repeat because of the fact that there's so many different things that are in it. But it's very well constructed, and it's all coordinated correctly.
right.
It's not just stopping and something completely jamming in your face. No, it's all within the constructs of the melody of the song. And I mean, you sent me the radio version, and I was like, oh, this is an awesome song, man. But in my car I listened to the album version, because I'm driving, that's the one. But
Yeah,
excuse me. But yeah, no, it's a great song. Michelle Ann says, David Villa, thank you for the kind words, Hilda Pena, and I come check out the show coming out soon. Michelle, tell us when your show is at, so that way we can go ahead and let people know, so that way they know where to go and how to find you. Thanks for the invite. I'm not filming. I'm sure. Okay. I just finished filming this weekend, Dave. So I've got a short story coming out.
hey, and Lawrence, wait, I let you know, it does
I'm sorry.
it does need
It does need a video. Yeah.
we,
Hey,
we
yeah, I know. I've told you before. Just let me know, man, and I'll help you out. Because there's only certain people that I shouldn't say that. I love to do what I do, but I always jump forward with certain people that are like you, my friends and stuff, that I like helping out and stuff like that. And great. I like the creative process and the visualization, and the songs are just amazing. Those songs are just super awesome. I really do. I love everything that you've done, and I still play in Entregate on a hit list. So because that's what people ask for. That's what you know. That's the purpose of this show. It's so that way people can get an opportunity to fall in love with the music. Dictating what music you play and all this other stuff is not that's not how you should run a radio station.
I,
The best way to run a radio station is let the people tell you, and give people the opportunity to experience new things and new music. That way people can never tell me, oh, there's no new Tejano music. Come to the show, listen to it. I play it all the come to listen to my station. I play it all the time because it needs to grow. You
I,
don't when you grow. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, and I apologize. But
I,
when you're growing up as a kid, you're not the same height, same size. You don't wear the same pant size when you were 12. You grow
you
up.
know, for
You
sure,
change, right? But you change, and in order to grow, you have to change,
right.
and that's it. It's the common denominator of life.
Yeah, and there's some certain PDs out there that need to take that into consideration. But and that's the thing, right? Is that again, we've talked about it before. That I mean, we kind of said this a year ago. Like people need to take a chance and listen to these new artists, because I said it a year ago. Once these artists are no longer here, then where does our genre go?
Hmm.
And now look at what's happening.
Look at Elida. Elida's
Eh,
stepping down. Yeah.
Elida, you know, I don't know if I could name a few more, but for the sake of whatever, so once these artists are gone, then what? Then Tejano's gonna be like, oh my god, who else do we have? Like, y'all could have been making the hit maker already, but nobody want, and that's why it goes back down to the whole recycling of music. It's like, guys, like, seriously, like, how many times can you re-record those songs and the people will still eat it up? And that's what's so frustrating. And that's what's hard, man, to try to keep striving and trying to keep grinding, because it's like you're doing all this and everything falls on deaf ears. So that's why it's thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for giving these new artists the opportunity, and because there's not very many that do. And I kind of started a little buzz a few months back when I had said, man, you listen to these DJs and they're saying, oh, we play all the new hits, but all I hear is 1980s mas,
Yeah.
Selena from 1990, Tormenta. What happened to the Emmanuel J's? What happened to the Monica Salivars? What happened to the Gabriela Martinez? Oh, well, it's because we got it, but oh yeah, you can't say you're Tejano and proud and say that you're all about these new artists, but you have no idea who the new artist is.
Correct. And
And
that's the failure of embracing the change. I say, I'm a polyglot, so I speak 7 languages, but one of them is Latin. And Latin's a dead language because it never changed, it never evolved. There's no word for microwave in Latin because it never got past the 16th century.
hmm,
So,
that's
you know, that's what happens. If you do not evolve, you die.
right.
And it has to evolve. And the only way to evolve is to energize it with new, young, innovative music. And it doesn't have to be young, just innovative music, new music that's different, that's progressive, that's moving the genre forward. And that's one of the ways to do it, is like what you're doing and like what other new artists are doing, and it's okay to redo some of the songs, but some of the songs that are like Joanna Ray has this No Te Avantajes de Mí. It was on Emilio's Sound Life album. It's a
Hmm.
remake. It was on a Sound Life album. It's one of the few songs that Raulito ever sang lead for, you know, but it's a good song. And it's
Right.
just that they didn't, they didn't get an opportunity to fall in love with it and hear it. That I understand. Some of the other stuff, I DJ for 20 years and I tell people I hate Neon Moon. And they're like, why? And I go, I like the song, and I did for the first 1 million times that I heard it. But that song is like 27 years old, and to hear it every night, all the time, it just it gnaws at you sometimes. Michelle then says, "Thank you, amigo Indio. Hilda and I will let everyone know soon. Thank you for that." David Garcia says, "Hello, how are you doing?" He says he also agrees. David Garcia, Daniel Garcia, rather. Big D, he's got a Facebook group where he likes to introduce a lot of new music. He also talks to some artists and stuff like that. So Big D, he's always doing that as well. So that's
Right.
that's really awesome.
That's great. That's great.
Hilda Pena says, "Thank you so very much." Janie Rios, hello from Conroe, Texas.
All right.
All right, there you go. And then Throwback Thursday, amigos, was today. I'm trying to make a list for more diverse music for sure. Yeah, I have a should have been a greater hit on Sundays, and where I go back through and I have albums. I mean, like I said, I was DJ for 20 years, so I have everybody's albums and everything else, but I listen to everything. And I have music that is like, this is a terrific song that never got any airplay. You need to listen to this song so that way you can see, because judging people by the little, okay, like Fandango USA, everybody thinks charanga, but they had some other,
stuff, man.
Yeah, they did. They had some really great stuff. Tamareo. I mean, it's just like whoa. Some of these songs are really impactful, but they only know that one song.
And that's kind of what I said before. Like, you hear the same songs from the same artists. Okay. And I'm in no way, shape, or form throwing Shelly under the bus, because she's got like how many albums? Like 130 albums,
Yeah, she's
but
got a.
right. But what do they play? Ganas de Besarte
Mhm.
over and over and over again. She's got a gazillion songs that are fantastic, but you're only going to play Mil Besos?
Right.
Like, dude, come on. I mean, and I've always said it before. Like, okay with the Mas already,
Yeah.
but you're playing the same songs from Mas. What
Mhm.
they, how many albums, and how many other fantastic songs in those albums? And it's like I'm not even hating on Mas, but it's like they have so many other songs. Why can't all those songs be hit? But you're only going to play 3 songs
Yep. 3 songs.
over again, and that's it's hard, man. It's hard to really want to continue, grinding. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and people don't realize that.
Yeah.
You Oh, well, you chose to be a musician. I mean, that you love what you do. Yes, we do love what we do, because we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't love it, right?
Right.
It is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, man. And sometimes, you feel like, it falls on deaf ears, or there's no reward. And it's not that we're looking for a reward, but at least just the whole, hey, man, that song was great. Really? Which one? And they're like, oh, like one of your original. Oh my God, thank you. Like you actually know the original song, man. So it's one of those things, man. So
I,
just
if,
don't.
you know what? I challenge those female singers. If you want to hear a really great song from Shelly Lares, "Renacer" is a song that you need to check it out. And that's another smooth. It's down your alley, Miguel, because it's very well constructed. There's a lot of, I mean, and I've always admired the way you play the guitar. You played the guitar for Carla Cristina and her song, and that was just bar none. The remake that she did, and it was just bar none. Exceptional song, exceptional song. Hilda Peña says they don't open doors to new bands. How do they know the music or how good the new bands are or artists if no one gives them an opportunity, gives them a break? That's what
Right,
that's what we're here for.
right,
That's what I'm here for. I'm proud to say that we have 100,000 listenership for a month here, at the radio station, but it's because we're diverse. We do play some of the old songs. I'm not going to say we don't,
of course,
but they're not the mainstay of what we play. Of what
right,
we play is just the new music that's good music that needs to be heard, that gives people the opportunity to fall in love with it. And the reason is because you have to have it. If you've never heard it, how can you know if you like it or not?
right,
You know, and there's so much more stuff out there that's so awesome. And I'm a big fan of yours. I have all of your songs and stuff, and that's partly why I enjoyed so much. And but I encourage everyone. If you have an artist that you like, go back and listen to them. Go back and listen to what they have.
Mhm.
So and you got some great music. I'm gonna play another song for you, bro. This one, tell me about this one. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Hold on.
Yeah.
No se me olvidó de todo lo que pasó. No quiero que vuelvas aquí con tantos desprecios. Nunca pensé sin ti volver a amar, pero yo sin ti estoy más vivo. Pero ya estoy
one of your earlier hits there, bro.
Yeah.
And I like to play it because of the fact that I first of all, it's lends credence to the fact that I do have your music, but also I wanted to play it because it shows your diversity in the music that you play. That you're not just a one trick pony, that you have other music that's just fun. Like you said earlier today, there's some music that you play that's just kind of, you know, that's very simplistic. There's other stuff that's complex. Your stuff is complex, but you're still able to play it all. You don't have I can't play that part or this part. I have a great story with Shelly Lattis where she was in California, and the place that she was going to play, they asked her to do some country music, and she said yes, of course. And then they said, "We'll get a country band for you." She's like, "Why? My band can play it." And they were like, "Well, they're Tejano. They play Tejano music." And she's like,
Right.
"But they can play it all."
Right.
And that's another thing too, is just because they're new or it's a new person or new music doesn't mean that they're limited just by what you've heard.
Right.
And that's kind of the purpose behind that. So anyway, I wanted to bring something back from back in the day because you were much younger when that song came out. Please don't take it wrong way.
Right.
But also to remind people that yes, you have diversity, and that's what a lot of new people bring. I think where is it at? Somebody just put it on there. Yeah, Janie said, uh, everyone was a new artist at one point in their career. Give everyone a chance. And that's very, very true. Rick Valderrama says hello, by the way. Rick has joined us. Hey, Rick, how are you doing, brother?
My buddy.
Michelle says, I'm learning more watching Miguel Hernandez. Yeah, and
Well,
it's
well, it's so ironic I played that song because I'm actually re-releasing that song, and so
I did not
yeah.
know.
Oh, and what's even crazier about that is, again, I've been working on that song all summer long because it's been nuts, and Sonny's got us going nuts with his schedule, right? So, but I'm actually that song was written by Andres Trejo, and he was my accordion player back in the day with my first band, Pasión, and so right around September, maybe August, September, um, he reaches out to me, and I haven't heard from him in years, right? And he's like, "Hey man, how's it going? Hey, uh, I want to know what we could do about producing a song." And I say, "Hey, who's it for?" So go figure that I'm actually working on a song for his daughter.
Wow.
It's so crazy, right? It's just like, oh my! I remember when she was just a baby, like, and now I'm going to be producing a song for her. Of course, I guess that shows my age, but then how crazy that I was going to bring that song back, and record it the way it was supposed to be recorded, and then go figure I'm going to be working on his daughter's
That's
song.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Rick,
just crazy that you picked that song out of all of them. So I appreciate.
Well, it's just because I wanted to show the diversity of your abilities. People don't, they have to understand that you're not a one trick pony. You've actually got a lot of skins on the wall, and you're able to accommodate a lot of different styles. That's the true musicianship, when you can accommodate a lot of different styles, and play. I made that point with when I was talking about, we're talking to Hilda Lamas, rather. She started out, doing tracks, and then she was doing backup vocals. Doing backup vocals and lead vocals are very, very difficult. You have to have a talent to do it because you're following a lead, and whatever. Sometimes when you're on stage, it's not what you practice,
For
and
sure.
so you have to have that talent to know where to go. And so it takes a lot. Everybody has to have talent. It's not just up there just to I play an awesome triangle if you need it.
Right
Ding,
on.
so I'm just
It's always neat.
yeah,
Like
I'm
the,
I can do the cowbell just one time. Doop.
and then
That's about it.
going back to statement about that's we had that conversation, and she, we talked about my extended album, and and I she's just great, man. She's great to talk to, right? And so we talked about that album, and she's like, bro, this is that's how she talks, right? She's like, bro, she's like, that was great because you're right. Everybody doesn't realize that these musicians can play. They think that just because they're playing tum-ka, 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 that there's no talent. It's just, they just keep a beat, or the bass or the bajo or whatever. And that was, again, going back to the whole musicianship, it was to show people that, hey man, this guy can play accordion, but he can actually like really, really play accordion. Like he can jam. Or just because this guy plays sax on over, leads, he can solo, he can play, like listen to what, and that was a lot of the idea behind all that, and it's just like, so yeah. So for those that took the time out to actually listen to the extended version album and could appreciate what I tried to do, thank you guys so much, because it means a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Rick says, "Hey, don't forget about the money that it takes to put out music because it is a costly business." And just so for people that don't understand the concept of putting out a single, first you got to write the song, and then once you get into the studio, you sing just the flat track. You're just going to sing it, and then they come up with a dummy track, which is just mostly just a keyboard, so that way you can have something to practice to. Then the musicians come in and they record their part, and then the singer comes back and then sings to the music that's been laid down. And then if there's some changes, then they got to bring back the musicians to change the changes that are done, then bring back the singer to sing it over. And then once that's done, then you have to mix it and master it, and then listen to it, and then make changes, and then add different effects, and then remix it and remaster. And then you're ready to submit it. And you're not done yet. But that's the growth of the song. That's what it takes to get that song out there. So it's not just walking in and be done with it. It's a
Right.
lot of time, and there's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of money that's involved, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Like you said, it's a lot of effort that goes into it.
Sure.
And every artist puts some bit of their heart into everything that they do.
That's that is sure. You leave your print. Um, and I think for me, the last few years, it's been more not really making money off of a song or an album. It's more of the legacy that I'm going to leave behind for my kids. Because, and what I mean by that is that all three of my kids, they're all into music. So of course, Miguelito was my first. Noe is, my songwriter, my creator. He plays keyboards and guitar. He's my metal family, and my baby girl, my 8-year-old, she's gonna be the next singer, man, and she loves it. She's trying to, write songs, and she blows me away. I sent Shelly. Here we go back to Shelly, right? I had to send her a video of my daughter singing, and the words that came out of Shelly's mouth was just like incredible, because as my daughter, I see her and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's fantastic. But to send her to somebody who really knows, and she's like, bro, like her vibrato is like crazy, her feel is crazy, her phrasing already as a little kid is unbelievable. So and that's kudos to me and my wife, because my wife, she's musical too. So yeah, so it's crazy. So now it's more so of you know I've always kept true to myself as an artist. I broke the rules, and nobody should put you in a box. Nobody puts baby in a corner. And so and really, I mean, that's kind of what I feel like I'm leaving behind to them. It's like, be creative. you know my whole mentality now is I'm going to be creating those 20-minute songs, because to me that's the beauty of making a song, and I learned it late, but that's like we said, that's what Prince did. He made these 10, 20 minute songs, and then compressed everything down. So it's the beauty of the endless possibilities of what you can do to this song, and then take down all that and put it here so that a regular person can hear it, understand it, and appreciate it. And then you have that vault, that 20-minute song that somehow, somewhere or another, it's going to get released, and hopefully at that time somebody's going to be like, man, that person was way ahead of their time. I mean, how many, now that the Prince vault is opening, how many times have we heard something that's been done and we say to ourselves, God, he did that back in the 80s. Oh my God. Like,
Well, I mean, he released When Doves Cry, and there's no bass in it,
right, right.
no bass track, and people are like, "Wait, what?"
And it was, and it was the middle finger to the man, right? But the whole idea was that, wow, like, being a rebel, and it worked.
Yeah, he's I'll share this with you. I did a thing with I can't remember. He's a director, but um, he did like 25 music videos with Prince that never got released.
No.
Just
Yeah.
shot the video and he put it in the vault, and that was it. Shot it and put it in the vault. Alejandro Garcia says, I like remakes with new artist Joe Caballero, new artist here in the Dallas area. He redid the old La Mafia song from 1982, Dime Por Qué, and I hate to admit it, but it sounds 200 times better. Try it. You know,
Joe, yeah, I've heard it before. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and I have to look at my deal to see if I have it. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm not going to say that I do or don't. Alfredo Rios, how are you doing, brother? Junior, by the way, Junior. Welcome,
Junior,
welcome, welcome. Richie Valderrama, he says, saludos. Hey, Richie, how are you doing, brother?
brother,
Yeah, it's so funny. I
my,
told him I told him that his medication he's not supposed to be out in the sun because it does some bad stuff to you. And so he looks to his wife and says, "Go cut the grass." I was like, "No, that's not what I said, bro. You can cut it at night." Does Mr. Hernandez own his own merch? Where's your merch, bro? I know I love your logo.
Thank you, man. Yes, I have a whole bunch of stuff, CDs and koozies and tumblers and shirts and everything else. And, like I said, we kind of stored everything away, but we still have it. Miguelito has his own merch. And I have to say it's a selfless plug, but my kid Depth, my 9-year-old, has his merch too. So
There you go.
that's
And
great.
if you want to get some more information on Miguelito, you could do Miguel, rather, not Miguelito, but Miguel, and you want to check out some more information and everything else, you can go to his link tree, and his link tree is right there. It is a QR code and everything, brother. You just gotta pop your collar like that. But that's it. That's his link tree there. He's got all of his links there to where it's one
Everything.
single location. You can just go ahead and get there, and you're ask him about if you want to book he's great musicianship, bro. And I've seen him play with different artists, but I've seen him play all the time, and I really truly enjoy having him here. And I love everything you do, bro. I really do love everything that you do.
Thank,
It's
thank you so much.
it's staying true to yourself, but that's uh that's what makes people fans. You're not surprising us with anything crazy. You're just, it's good classic music. I know you're busy with Sonny. I know Sonny's got a lot of stuff doing now with the country music that he's really uh, uh, um, concentrating on. Yeah, I did a couple of his promos. I don't know if you could notice my little finger in a lot of the videos that he's putting out there. But you know, what's next for you? Where are you doing your thing? By the way, Borrado asked, "Is do you have your own YouTube channel?" You do, right?
Yeah, you have my own channel. You can check that out. I think,
I'm
Um,
sorry, you have to do that again. You bugged out. I'm sorry.
it's music.
Okay. So Miguel Hernandez music, check it out. It's that's what you're gonna look for. So anyway, I'm sorry, you were saying?
So right now with Sunny, our focus right now is with Sunny. And so I don't foresee anything happening. There there may be one big show that may be pending, and hopefully that does pan out because I would love to do that show. Um, I think you can kind of figure out what show that is, but I haven't really we haven't set anything in stone yet, and that would be one thing that I really hope that we can pull off this year because it's been a while since we've been out there. So and who knows? I mean, maybe it could be a double header, a Sunny and a Miguel show, on separate stages or whatever. That would be really cool, and that's the thing too, man. Like um, I consider Sunny family. We've known each other for years, and they're him and Vicky are great people, and he's not that type of person that's just like, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't be releasing your own music, or hey, I own you. He's not that way. Like this whole thing with the Tejano Roots. That was the furthest thing from my mind, and really Sonny was the one that really pushed it, and I think Sonny believes in me more than I do, I guess. And,
I forgot to mention that you are with being recognized with the Hunter Roots Hall of Fame, and that's once again people paying attention to your music and everything else. I hope I had a hand in it, because I do play a lot of your music. But either way, it's just that the more accolades you get, the more recognition and the more you can move forward. And especially Miguelito and your family, like you said, the legacy that you have, because it's important that people see that it's all around you. It's
yeah,
here. All you have to do is just listen. And
just take a chance and listen, because just like we said, once these guys are gone, like you had the opportunity to have another artist continue legacy of Tejano music, and I mean, I hate to say it, but it'll be the Raza's fault for letting this genre die, because they didn't step up when they had the opportunity to make these new artists, the next Emilio, the next Mas, the next Selena, the next Shelly, and it's like, yeah, we got to keep doing that, and so anyways, man, so that's the whole thing, man. Is that I'm very appreciative to Sonny for for pushing me to continue to do more music, and keep putting music out there, and it's great to share the stage with Sonny, and especially with Miguelito, on the drums, and who knows what the future holds, but my music, I mean, my focus is with Sonny, right? But you
so
know
what about your producing? Are you going to be available to produce or anything, or is it?
I am. I'm still producing. Like I said earlier in the show, Melo Hernandez's new song comes out before Thanksgiving. Working on some new music for Ruel Martinez. I'll be working with Mercedes Trejo from Toledo, Ohio. There's another artist that's we're kind of working on something, so I don't want to make the announcement yet, but
Mhm.
and there's some another great artist that I'm so proud of, that we're both so proud of, and we know who this person is, but I'll be doing two songs for her, um and hopefully it'll come up on maybe the next album or so. But when that time comes, it'll be a great collab, so it's gonna be some good stuff. So yeah, I've been busy. And like I said, Sunny's schedule is pretty hectic right now. So I'm trying to do, burn the midnight oil and burn the candle at both ends. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's what I signed up for, and that's the beauty of it. So
Well, you wouldn't be you if you didn't do it. So, it's you're once again staying true to yourself. And the I think, for me, my perspective, for my 2 cents, I see you just doing great things, and keep doing great things. There's no, I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. And you're right. We do need to move forward with some of these artists. I'll give you a story. I talked to David Ligarza a couple years ago. It was right after COVID was kind of lifting up, and people were moving around more and more. And David expressed to me how difficult it was for him after 2 years of staying home to justify getting on a bus and
Mm.
driving 9 hours to Arizona to play for 2 hours and then come home.
Yeah.
And so he'd done it many times, but he was finding it very difficult. Now, obviously, the love of the music and love of the fans was why he does it now. But there's going to come a time where it's no longer going to be a motivator.
Right.
And that's happened with Shelly moving on. That's happening with Elida moving forward with her career. And it's not that they're stopping, it's just that they're moving forward. They're doing something different with their career. And they're gonna be gone. I mean, just remember what happened when Emilio had his accident. He was, that whole tour stopped right then and there, and you didn't have Emilio anymore. And then when he passed, we didn't have Emilio anymore. And it was just all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why there are other people here that are able to fill in those gaps, because we don't have another Emilio, but we don't need another Emilio. How can you replace Emilio?
Right.
But we do have musicians that are on the same caliber and the same ability and great music to boot, and they can produce great music. That's why we move forward. When I was a kid, I loved all kinds of music when I was a kid growing up. Then Prince came along, and Prince is not here. I'm still listening to other kinds of music, and that's what we do. We need to move forward and keep progressing. If you keep playing the same old songs, then you're going to become the boomer that everybody makes you fun of, man.
Right.
And it's not. It's new music that's really, really good music, and I'm just trying to advocate for new artists, period, including yourself. I mean, you're not a new artist, but your music is progressive to where I think it's time for your music to really start to shine, because it's innovative and it's different, and it's just not different in a bad way, but different in a good way, in sense that it challenges your ears to pay attention. And
Yeah.
it's not just nominal. It's not just you know that one song that used to drive me nuts. It was that Checaron. I was like, how in the world is this song a hit? But then it was like Gangnam Style was a hit at the same time. So, so never mind.
Yeah.
But no, it's great to have your music out there, man. I want to play another song for you. Entregate is because it's one of my favorites. You know it is. So I want to go ahead and play it. This is Entregate from Miguel, and so just please pay attention to it. Love the music for what it is, and I love it. So
Are you playing the extended version, or are you playing the radio version?
This is the radio version. Well, it's only it's 4 minutes long. It's not 20 minutes. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
No. Oh no. You're like, what the hell? Where's he doing? No. Let's go ahead and listen to Entregate. It's a wonderful song. You're gonna love it. It goes like this.
Desde el día en que te fuiste, nunca más pude comenzar de nuevo te mostraré que eres mi felicidad. Sé que ha pasado el tiempo y mi amor está igual. Mi corazón sigue siendo tuyo. Es de ti y de nadie más. Ya que te encontré, no te quiero volver a perder. Solo mírate en mis ojos. No piensas nada mal. Entrégate, solo entrégate, mi amor. Entrega el corazón, prometo amarte, amarte sin igual. Entrégate, entrégate, mi amor. Entrega el corazón, que eres mi solo entrégate, mi amor. Entrega el corazón, prometo amarte, amarte sin igual. Entrégate, entrégate, mi amor. Dame tu corazón y al comenzar de nuevo te mostraré, te enseñaré, que eres mi
Awesome song.
I like that song.
Be saying, Indio, can you send me that song? Of course I can.
Right.
Borrado is, by the way, he's a DJ in Houston, Texas, and I send him a lot of music. He can tell us, you know, he's the one that he'll let me know, hey, you know what, this is a song that is kicking some butt, or well, it's not doing as well, So it's always for me. That's why I don't have like a top 10. I think it's better. I send it out to my little ring of DJ friends. I've got 15 people that are DJs that they can play it live while they're gigging and stuff, and to see what the reaction is from the people. That's how you truly know what a song is how well it's received and stuff like that. But it's an awesome song, dude. I just freaking love it, man. I sing along to it, so
Right.
I'm your backup vocals in the car, bro.
What? There, man.
Just-
Well, just to let your buddy know, we will be in Houston this weekend. So, maybe he can stop in where we're at and say hello or whatever. I can get into some more music.
yeah. Where are you going to be at?
We're gonna be at the Zone in Houston.
Hear
With
that?
Sunny Salsa y todo eso.
Y todo eso. So Alejandro says, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome song, beautiful style. You should do more like that. What are you talking
That's
about?
all.
That's all of it.
That's already eight albums already. Stuff like that. You can check it all out. That's 8 albums. Yes, I said 8.
I know. I'm like, wait, that's all of it, bro. You trust
me. I got.
Yep, definitely. Miguelito's throwing up some claps, bro. He's like, yeah.
my little dude, man. I'm so proud of him, man. That's my dude.
Congratulations too, man. It's it's not just in receiving the sponsorship. That's not it. It's knowing what you want to do so young in life. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are constantly looking. There's people right now that are 40 years old, don't know what they want to do with their life. So, to have a vision and to have the dedication, because it takes practice, bro. It takes practice to be where you're at. So yeah, that's that's a true that's a true calling. And so stick with it. I mean, if you're called to it, stick with it.
Right.
Even when it makes you mad, stick with it.
I think my wife hates the idea that I'm going to be doing this stuff until I no longer physically cannot.
And then you're gonna wheelchair up there.
I was like, well, yeah, like why not? She's like,
Yeah. What happened to our vacation, local? I didn't know that you had 8 albums. Now I need to get them all. See, the whole purpose of this was exactly that, brother. Thank you so very much, Alejandro, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Give you the opportunity to fall in love with the music, because the music is there. It's very, very good. It's supposed to be. And for those of you that are new artists, or you're a new band and you want to hear your music on the radio, go ahead and send it to me at admin@cuvalradio.net. That's cuvalradio.net. You can send it to me.
sorry
And
about that, brother.
now you're good. And I'll go ahead and get it on there. Just make sure that it has to have two things. It has to be recorded by industry standards. And the second thing is that it has to have an ISRC code. That is for you, not for me, because I'm a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMIC, Second SOCOR. So, but yeah, that's just reach out.
And unfortunately, a lot of new don't know what that means, and that's the part that they need to be educated on. So I may not know much, but you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I can answer whatever kind of questions that I can help you with. And if I don't know the answer, I definitely have a whole bunch of friends, musical, geniuses that can definitely help you with that, because a lot of them don't know what that is. And,
Yeah.
and so please reach out if you don't know. It's there to protect you as the artist, so you can get paid your 0.000086 to the penny per track, per listen. But it's there to protect you. Get your music published. Get it secured. Make sure you get the codes and do the right part in streaming, because we're losing out a lot of opportunities because we're not educated on how to stream and how to get our music out there. And like I said, I'm still learning as I go, but thank God, we have a really good group of people, good group of friends that, like Carla, she reached out to me. She said, "Hey, Miguel, did you get your stuff curated?" I'm like, "Say what?" So, she taught me, and now I'm giving that information out because, she was there to help me. And, so anyways, we're here to help each other.
No, most definitely. That's one of the things that I've been asked to do, to put together like an instructional video to help people understand, because I've had to answer some of those questions, because there's mechanical license, performance license, there's all these
Right.
other things. And I'm a nerd, so I read a lot, and for me, that's the reason that we have the license in the first place, to help
Right.
promote what it is. I want artists to come to the show because of the fact that they know that their music gets played here, they're going to get their royalties for it. Some
Yeah.
stations don't have that, but I'm not some stations. I am who I am, and that's what I hope that separates me apart.
And we thank you for that, for sure.
Well, thank you. Janie says Miguelito is a beast on the drums.
Thank you so much.
He hears him practice all the time. And Alfredo Rio says, your son Miguelito is an awesome drummer for his age. Yep. Miguelito's laughing about it. It's about your comment. I'm sure it's about your comment about playing till you're still dead on stage. Coming back as a ghost to do that final guitar solo or something. But no, it's awesome, bro. I love everything that you do, and thank you so very much for taking my call and letting me know that you would want to, that you would accept my invitation to come back.
Of
This
course,
is your house,
of course.
brother. You can come back anytime, you know that. And you know, it's come to the part of the show where you can go ahead and you can I'm just going to give it over to you so that way you can do your shout outs to give your thanks. And don't forget, here real quick, let me put up B's comment. He says, Mr. Hernandez, at what time will you and Sunny be there? Because I go to the bar at 6 and hang out, and he has to go to start at 9 o'clock where he goes, where he works at. So,
Oh, I think we start at like 10 o'clock, but
okay.
we'll be there for sound check. I want to say I think our sound check is supposed to be like at 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably just talking on my ass right now, but
It's not going to be.
but either way, we'll be there and hopefully we can make it happen. So
Yeah, yeah.
you
David,
can reach out to me on Messenger or TikTok or Instagram or whatever you got, and hopefully we can meet up. That'd be great.
yeah, definitely. There's David Casals says, love your music, bro.
Thank you so much.
And Miguelito says, thank you so much for all this amazing support and love. I truly appreciate it. Well, that's what we're here for. The only way we can level up is together.
That's
That's the only way we can do
very
it. By the way, so let me go ahead and leave it to you, brother. It's gonna be just you by yourself. Let me step out of here real quick.
okay. Crickets. No. So definitely thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for believing in my music. Um, you know, understanding what I'm trying to do and all that stuff. Thank you for sharing it with your audience. I hope today this kind of entice some people to check out my music. Like I said, this is my 8th album that I've been working on. I am slowly but surely working on some projects, and hopefully you'll probably get a number 9 and number 10 album probably in 2025. But like I said, there's no rush. There's no reason for me to rush the art. Like I said, our focus right now, me and my son, are with Sunny Salceda and Y Todo Eso. So that's our main focus. So everything else is kind of, in between. Producing is still, the second main thing for us as well. So there's a lot of projects coming out from Raw Elements Music Group. That is my music group label, and so I got a lot of stuff coming your way. So thank you again for this opportunity. If I don't see some of y'all, I want to wish y'all a very happy Thanksgiving and some great holidays. Please check out all my stuff on all your digital platforms: on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Title, etc., etc. You can find it on all media platforms. Also, go check out my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, all that stuff. You guys can leave me messages and comment or let me know what favorite song you have after listening to my 8 albums. So thank you again, guys. God bless. Good night, and hope to see you guys on the road here pretty soon. And we'll definitely be seeing you at the TTMA.
There you go. Definitely, I'll be there at the TTMA. I'm gonna be all
All right.
be all shiny. I'm gonna buff it up. Not
Because
just
and don't forget, you said you owed me a drink.
okay. I owe you.
You said I really don't drink anymore, but
I don't.
well, I'll make an exception for you, Miguel. All right, haven't forgot. I'm gonna hold you to it.
No, it's you know what, brother, man. I truly appreciate all your company and your hard work, and don't forget that we are fans, and you have the fans, and there we love listening to your music and everything else. We can't wait to see you again and perform again. And this is your house, man. Whenever you got some music, send my way. This is.
Thank you.
I'll do the very best that I can to make sure that people get out there and listen to it. But just there's the QR code. So if for those of y'all that want to find out more about Miguel, go ahead and click on the link right there. If you're listening to it on the app or on the website, then there is an add to cart button. You can click on that add to cart button. It'll take you to Apple Music. Yes, even if you are using an Android phone, it'll take you to Apple Music, and you can buy the song, buy the albums, buy all of them there. And I don't make any money from that transaction, but because I participate in the program, I do get a discount on my licenses for ASCAP, BMI, CSEC, and SOCOR. And it's all part of the thing to work together. It takes a village to make a song really come out. And we for y'all, if you love it, you know, like it, buy it. It's 99 cents. It's easier for you to have it on your phone so that way you can just go ahead and click on it instead of going through your Spotify and then Zing and doing it. Just so you know, we were joking around about it earlier, but it's real. Spotify changed their the way they pay out their royalties. It's only 0.009 cents per play. If Miguel gets 1 million plays, he at best makes $900 out of it. If he gets 1,000 plays within 1 month, he'll get his royalties. If he gets 999 plays within 1 month, he doesn't get anything, and it doesn't roll over.
Nope.
So I say don't use. I use Tidal because Tidal doesn't have those rules. Tidal actually pays more than Spotify. Spotify, the whole thing is they wanted you to join in so that way it's free and everything else, and then once that's free, then they start elevating your price so that way they can control what you have. So it's rented, by the way. If they decide to pull the music, you
Yeah.
don't get it.
Gone.
It's gone. So the best thing for you to do is buy it. It's on your phone. Then it's yours
Forever.
forever. Yeah.
and,
Uh,
and and last last thing, to everybody that joined in tonight, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. If you do like what you hear, please do me the favor and share with your friends. Let them know about, hey, you heard this guy that's been around for 30 plus years, and you're finally just hearing his music. But tell your friends, and because that's the only way that this really works for all of us. So, and again, Lawrence, thank you so much, man. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. Your class act, man. Your podcast is great. I mean, professional, looks great. So you're doing it great, man. I appreciate you very, very much.
Thank you, brother, man. But I just do it for the love, and
I know, I know.
I just try to do my own little thing. I'm just some guy from Vancourt, Texas, man. I'm nobody special. I'm just some dude. Like Brother Rio says, hey, I love the La Sombra homenaje. You have La Sombra. I think you have one for hold on.
Rodeo,
Well,
Freakicho.
yeah,
Joel Nava in the border,
yeah.
and
So
uh, um,
I don't no, I can't think of the other one. I have to look because I have to. And
I think I'm missing one more.
the bad part about it is I have to scroll because I have them, and I don't have them like organized and everything. I have them organized the way I like them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So they're just like all over the place, and it's not that I hate anything that you do, but I'm just saying that I like this one more. Just that one's number 2. No, no, you know what? Today it's a number 5. It's one of those things. But listen to music, bro. I mean, y'all out there, Miguel's a great musician, and you actually hear him on a lot of other music,
Yeah.
for other artists. So he's there, and I don't want to treat him like a new artist. If he's new artist to you, then that's great. Enjoy it, But I wanted to share a lot of different stuff that he's done because he's got skins on the wall, and I wanted y'all to have an opportunity to fall in love with the music that he does do. And so that being the case, he's also with Todo Eso. So go in and check him out. It's a different style of music, but he's still able to play it. And you're playing guitar this time because last time I saw you, you were playing the bass when you were with Seti. So
I, I just found out before the show I'm going to be playing bass at the TTMA instead of guitar. So I mean, next week I'll probably be on keyboards, and then I'll be on guitar, and then on bajo, and then on bass, and then
yeah.
if
I,
Miguel's not careful and something happens, I'll probably get on the drums too.
all right. Yeah. Watch your basketball game, brother. Watch your basketball.
It's so funny too, man. I'll just real quick, man, just because he had a game last night, which they won. So congratulations to Miguel.
Congratulations, Miguel.
They're undefeated right now, and so but one of the other kids on the other team, unfortunately, he got blocked real good, and the way he fell, he twisted his ankle. And man, I'm like, oh my God, if that happens to Miguel, we're so screwed. You know what I mean? Like, kid, you got to watch out. You sure you want to play basketball? But no, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh no. It froze.
Sorry about that. My system got it had a little glitch in it. I didn't know what happened. It just froze.
I saw that.
Yeah, sorry. So I got to the part where he got hurt.
The other kid got hurt, and I just thought to myself, "Oh my god, if that happens to Miguelito, we're so screwed." You know what I mean? Like, oh man. So I keep thinking to myself, like, "Are you sure you want to continue playing basketball, man? Because that could be you."
Yep.
So keep the fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's a very real thing. But on the contrary though, I was with a band and I'm I don't want to say the name of the band, but it rhymes with La Promesa. But anyway, the keyboard player, he was frustrated with his girlfriend. He was drunk. He was frustrated with his girlfriend, and he was pounding on the door, and it was a glass. It had the like the four panes of glass, and I guess he didn't pay attention where he was pounding. He hit the glass and bam, cut his hand right here. And he's the keyboard player. He shows up the very next day at the gig with this huge bandage on his hand, and I'm like, oh, bro. I didn't, I play some keyboard, but I didn't practice to play the whole freaking gig.
Right.
And believe it or not, he played better with the.
I was just about to say, he probably played better, right?
And I was like, dude, we're gonna cut it every week. We're just
right.
I guess it's because he had to concentrate more. Right. It was really, really great. Alfredo Rio says, I just became a fan. You have great music.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
That was the goal. And so thank you very much, brother. We're going to go ahead and leave now. We're going to close out the show with your current single. It's called Nada Más Que Tú. Go ahead and download it and buy it and share it. And the best way you can support your favorite artists is to go to their shows and buy their merch. That's how you do it. Because buying a t-shirt they're going to make much more money out of that than you streaming it on Spotify 100 times. I guarantee you. And Miguelito says, I'm on drums in that song. Yes, you are. We already said that. And it's an awesome performance, by the way. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was Aaron Holler. See, that's pretty cool. But yeah, please, whenever you get an opportunity, come on back, bro. We'd appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much, man. God bless y'all.
Yeah, and so with that being said, thank you so very much to each and every one of y'all that joined us. I do appreciate your support and everything else. Support Tejano music. Support Miguel. He's a great musician, and all of the music that he puts out and everything that he does. And with that being said, if today was not your day, if you did not have a good day today, just remember every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. Thank you so very much. And we're going to leave you with Nada Más Que Tú from the one and only Miguel Hernandez. That is the Miguel Hernandez, and I'm just in Dio. We'll see y'all later. Goes like this.
Puedo amanecer contigo en la mañana. Puedo hacer por ti lo que me pidas, todo por amor. Puedo rescatar la estrella que buscabas. Lo puedo y todo siempre y cuando tú, solo si eres tú. Puedo descifrar tu mundo en cada letra. Puedo responder lo que en tu vida nadie respondió. Puedo enmudecer si me hablas al oído. Lo puedo todo siempre y cuando sea contigo. Porque nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido. Nadie me convence como tú me has convencido. Nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido. Nadie ha superado lo que has hecho hacer de tus anhelos mi motivo. Puedo convertir tu soledad en trozos de algodón. Puedo ser una metáfora en tu libro, que todo lo prohibido sea conmigo, porque nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie me convence como tú me has convencido. Nadie más que tú, nadie me ha podido, nadie ha superado lo que has hecho tú conmigo. Fuera de este mundo nadie es como tú. Hecho tú conmigo. Fuera de este mundo nadie es como tú. Puedo amanecer contigo en la mañana,